Hi again, everybody. Mike Volz here with Dr. Dave Carsten, and we are talking here in part 3 about some of the amazing special activities taking place for both our Scouts BSA troop members and our Cub Scout members that are going to be at the Cuboree. And again, this event is April 29th, 30th, and May 1st. Now, Dr. Carsten, the first thing that I heard about that made my head turn a bit is we're going to be raising the Garrison Flag. Can you tell us a bit about that?
The Garrison Flag is something very few people have seen. It's as big as a house. We have an enormous flagpole right on the parade ground of Fort Vancouver. And so it takes many people to raise it. We can have as many as 40 people surrounding that flag to keep it off the ground. So it's going to, if you look at the program, you'll see that we have a first flag raising and a second. So the first one, we're going to do the official flag ceremony where we're raising the flag of the United States of America, as well as the state flags, the council flag, and the flags of the Chinook and the Cowlitz peoples. And so after that, after they're raised, the Cowlitz drummers begin, and they will be doing traditional drumming right up until 25 after the hour. And then you'll hear the call by the professional horn player with a vintage bugle, a bugle for a garrison. And he'll call everybody with assembly. They'll come and then watch the raising of the Garrison Flag. But before that, we'll have a few words by the superintendent of Fort Vancouver, the mayor, a blessing from the spiritual leader of the Cowlitz, Tan Engdahl, and a few words from Sam Robinson, the vice chair of the Chinook. And then, as the flag is raised and we hear call to the colors, when it hits the top, the great howitzer will fire, and I will send them off to their activities, to the Cuboree or the Camporee.
That's fantastic. You mentioned that we're working in partnership here with the National Park Service, and one of the aspects of that is a Scout Ranger program. Can you speak to that briefly?
So the Scout Ranger program is very important to the park and to scouting as well, because it's about service and education. And so there's probably no organization that's more in tune with service and education than the Boy Scouts of America. And so with this program, the partnership is that the Scouts can go out and do service projects. And so every Saturday until the Camporee, there will be a service project that Scouts or Cub Scouts can participate in. And it might be raking leaves, or it could be pruning in the Great Orchard, or it could be making fence or painting. So we have many different activities that people can choose to participate in.
And they need to register for those beforehand, correct?
Yes, you can get the flyer. And there's information in the Camporee manual, and you need to call the park beforehand and let them know you're coming so that they'll be prepared for you.
Fantastic. And for any scout that finishes the Scout Ranger program, they get a patch. Is that correct?
They earn the Scout Ranger Award, which
there it
is a patch and a certificate.
Fantastic. Okay, so another thing that you mentioned is you have both the Chinook and the Cowlitz Native American tribes as part of our program. Can you speak a bit more to that?
So the Cowlitz are bringing their drummers, and they're bringing their spiritual leader who will speak to us. And Tana says she's going to be around the Camporee a bit more. I'm waiting to hear just how much she's going to be there, but she's let us know she'll probably be there on Sunday as well. And the vice chair of the Chinook said that he'll definitely be there in the morning, and he's thinking about maybe bringing a canoe.
Ooh, very cool. Very nice.
So let's hope.
And this is great because it really ties into the history of the location. And like you said, nearly 200 years that we're celebrating here. So,
well, it's really a commemoration. It's not so much a celebration for our Native American friends.
True. That's a good point. Thank you. The other thing I wanted to ask you about is that in the great tradition of Camporees, there is a cast iron chef competition. Can you speak to that?
The cast iron chef competition for the Scouts, they just need to register for $2, and they will be provided with all the ingredients they need to cook authentic dishes that were cooked at Fort Vancouver around the time I was there, 1840. So choose an authentic dish. You can have teams of 2, one team of youth per unit, but then the adults get to participate as well. But with the adults, it's an Indian fry bread open, where they can use their creative juices to create delicacies that are unheard of. So I'm looking forward to see what they can do.
This is fantastic. So now is the time to get on the internet search engines and look for the best fry bread recipes online everywhere.
Or create it.
Or create your own, exactly. Let's talk about the campfire at the end of the day on Saturday briefly. We have the story of Randall McDonald, correct?
So it's Ranald McDonald, who was a very famous person around the fort. And it will be told by Alton Chung, the world famous storyteller. And so I'm not going to tell you the story here. You'll have to come to the campfire.
No spoilers now. That's great.
No spoilers now.
And then in addition to all the other campfire activities that you would expect, I also saw saber dancers. Can you speak to that briefly?
That's right. Dancers with flashing swords. And they're going to be dancing right in front of the participants at the campfire.
If this all sounds like it's an adventure and an exciting thing to do, Dr. Carsten and I encourage you to get online, register for the event, encourage your scouts to get excited about it. And we look forward to seeing you the weekend of April 29th through May 1st. Anything else to say, sir?
Thank you for inviting me to come speak to you. It's been a pleasure, Mr. Volz.
And we look forward to seeing everybody at our Camporee event. Thank you so much.